Ja, maar dit is mooi.
Jo, wat?
Guys, late afternoon, nice and misty. We're doing some casting practice. I just couldn't resist testing out my new Waft Bullet Proof. The 10 foot, it's the light one. So you get the 10.6 foot heavier rod, lot stiffer rod. This is the light one. Just look at these eyes. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes on a 10 foot. So it's quite unusual. Soft rod. You can get them from Babe's Tackle. I'm just testing them out. I want to see if this is the type of rod you want to fish at, like an 85 meters, and just practicing my casting a little bit. I'm not a casting expert, but I've studied it and I've had a good look at how the guys cast, and so I think it's something we can all work on. Casting accuracy, fishing on the clip, fishing deep when we have to. That's what I need to work on, is the accuracy on my deeper casting. I'm quite comfortable at the 65, 55 range, but I've spoken to Uncle Babes and he said I must work on my longer distances. So that's something that I personally need to work on. I can go deep, I can throw the 140s, 150s if I have to, but if I have to fish accurately at that 95, 105 mark, then personally that's something that I need to work on. So that's what these rods are going to help me with. These rods I can fish. I've just had a few throws now. 85 is a very comfortable flick, so I'll just show you guys now. It's clipped at 80. It's about 85 now. On the clip there, we'll hit the clip quite hard. So come closer, Melissa. So what you notice there is when I cast, other guys ask how do you fish on the clip. You cast it out. When the bomb was in the air, I was holding the rod back like this, just to buffer the hit onto the clip, so it doesn't bounce back. You want to put that bomb down softly on that clip. So you watch it through the air, pull the rod back, just put it down softly when it hits the clip. Just pause it there, then I'll. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you how to hit the clip, how to hold the rod. Okay, so it's just I swing it back, hold it back. There it hits the clip. Put it down softly. Your feed lands in exactly the same spot every single time, and you'll get more bites like that. All right. Then I'll show you now what to do. Where to stand when you're fishing on the clip in relation to your fishing stand, because you want to give yourself a little bit of play. You don't want the fish to run you too hard onto the clip, which can happen. So let me show you that. Okay, so when you're fishing on the clip and that's your stand over there, you don't want to stand on top of the stand and then hit your clip, because then if you put your rod on the stand, if that's your back stand, you've got no play whatsoever. So if you're fishing on the clip, give yourself a bit of space. You want to stand about here when you're casting. Stand about 2 meters away from your stand, and then you can reel it up, give yourself 2 or 3 meters and put the rod on the stand. Then you've got the fish has got a bit of play. And then you need to just adjust your bait runner function on this little Akuma here. It's at the back, so you're going to make your bait runner function quite stiff, so that when it's on, the fish can't just strip line too easily and run it hard onto your clip. You want to make that thing quite tight, so it takes a bit of effort for a bigger fish to pull it onto the clip. You can always then, if it pulls it too hard onto the clip, just unclip your line quickly. What I typically do if I'm fishing on 85, I clip it and I make a line with a Koki pen, with a permanent marker on the line, so that if I lose my clip, if I have to unclip, I can just bring it back and just clip it again without going and using the measuring sticks or the line meter to measure it out. So that's just one method that I like to use, but obviously there are other methods. Some guys don't like to throw on the clip at all. Then just in terms of casting direction. So when I cast, I like to just point where I'm casting first. Important to get the right leg. If you're right-handed and you're casting over your right shoulder, to get your left leg pointing forward, because then you can open your hips when you cast. Some guys put the right leg forward. Now your hips are already closed off when you are casting there. Okay, so get the left leg forward, point where you want to cast, get a marker on the opposite bank, point where you want to cast, bring the rod back in the arc that you're going to cast. Now you're ready for the push through. When you push through, you want to focus on bending the rod or loading the rod. If your rod's not bent when you release the line, or it's not loaded when you release the line, then you're not going to get any distance. The rod has to bend to cast. So when you feel on your finger that your rod is loaded, then you release the line. Okay, so you couldn't doing it in the background there. Okay, that's beautiful. So I point, I take one swing back, load the rod and release, and on the clip put it down on your stand. Good to go. Nice and easy action. As I say, I'm not a casting expert, but I think I've studied it pretty hard and looked at guys like Babes and Uncle Bez and those guys, how they do it, and that is how they do it. Just again, have a look at how soft this tip is. It's on that 85-90 clip with just a little flick with an M2 weight, so without feet. So easy stuff. Babes tackle, get your line, get your reels, most importantly get your dips and floaties from 46 Velda Road, and get your shirt, short sleeves, so I can tan a little bit, show off the guns and so on. But that's my whole story. We'll post it on YouTube for you guys. Cheers.
No, can you put the new light?
Yeah.